What's up guys, it's your boy Andy here, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing my new formation. Everyone has changed to playing the 5-3-2, so I thought I would give it a crack as well. This is the team I'm currently using, with new players like Dybala and Tonali, which I wanted to try, and the season objectives Pulisic with Tapsoba as well, who is insane. This is how I line up in-game. My strikers are Cantona and Eusebio, my midfielders Davies, Tonali, Dybala, and my defense is Roberto Carlos, Reece James, Boateng, Tapsoba, Pulisic, and in goal Neuer. So my tactic is pretty basic. I use balanced 5-5, corners 3, free kicks 2. In goal, you could literally use whoever you want. At right wing back, you could literally as well use any type of player you want. Both fullbacks, you could use wingers, midfielders, defenders. Basically in this setup, they're gonna be just running up and down the field. So I chose to have a couple of quick players who can cross the ball. You could use, for instance, Reece James or Tavernier at right wing back, and Roberto Carlos is a good alternative. Davies, Marcus Rashford if you wanted to, or Paulo Dybala at left back. The options are not limited. And in defense, you could use mostly players you know you'd enjoy playing with, but just remember you need quick centre backs. Players like Kyle Walker, Varane, Joe Gomez, or any of these three. Reece James, future stars, really quick. Tapsoba as well, really quick, and Boateng has 80 pace, I think, which is kind of quick, and he's the stronger one, so I use him in the middle because he can just push up the field and break up the play very, very nice. So all my centre backs have pace and strength in common, which is really important in this formation. Moving up into the midfield, I use one midfielder I have on stay back, which is Tonali, a player who can easily win the ball back and easily just spread the play out wide or to the other midfielders or up in attack. You just need someone who's really good at passing the ball and really good at breaking up the play. And as the other two centre mids, you want to have players who can get forward. I use Dybala here because he's an attacking player and he's really good. He has really good passing as well as dribbling, so he can hold the ball, play the ball, and move the ball forward. And Alphonso Davies as well his stats are just incredible. He's the perfect box-to-box centre mid. You preferably want high attacking work rate players, but I just use Dybala because he's, first of all, my favorite player, and I really wanted to get him into the team, so I started using him here. I've noticed he doesn't get as much forward as I'd like him to, or as Davies does, but manual runs, it works. And for your fullbacks, just join the attack, overlap, just so they stay out wide and run up and down the field. And finally, our strikers, I just have them on balance, same with the centre backs, just balanced, keeper balanced. You could have them on stay forward, but as strikers, I have a little stronger, a little taller player in Cantona who can score from crosses, who can hold the ball, who can skill past the defenders constantly. Preferably a 5-star skiller at one of the two or both. You could use like Ronaldo. Cantona is the icon Ronaldo basically, so you can use Ronaldo or Mbappé or Neymar. Mbappé and Neymar could play both of these positions. Ronaldo would be a best left striker, whilst players like Messi would be a great replacement for Eusebio, a little smaller, little faster player. And Eusebio has 5-star weak foot as well, which isn't important, but it really helps. Messi, Neymar, Mbappé, Ronaldo, everyone can play here. Just get some strikers you really like to use. So this setup, I know you can look at my team and think, oh, you have 2 Team Player players, you have 2 700k future star center backs, you have 2 over mil strikers, but as well I have a free Pulisic, a free Tonali, Dybala and Boateng were both like 200k. Basically, you could use players like, if you didn't do Tonali, you could use Goretzka, headliner, I think he's really good. Foot freeze Firmino, which isn't available anymore, so you could use the center mid version of Curtis Jones is a good option for the in the mid, and instead of Alphonso Davies or Dybala, you could use the left mid version of the Curtis Jones, who would be a great attacking minded centre mid. Roberto Carlos might be expensive to some, but we have Ferland Mendy, could play both wing back and centre back. Varane, Gomez, the new future stars Bastoni and he's like 180k, I think. He looks really good as well. There are a lot of options, even though my team is worth like 10 plus mil. So the value of the team shouldn't really be what's important here, you know. You could easily fit this Dos Santos into the midfield, both as a attacking minded or defensive minded centre mid. This Robben card would be a great attacking minded centre mid. Ansu Fati as well, also could be a striker. Cannavaro might be a little more expensive, but he would be a great centre mid, or centre back. As Tavernier, as I said, would be a great right wing back. He would also be a great centre back or centre mid. Mbappé, this Bamba card as well. There are a lot of cheaper options, or basically free options. Suarez, you could use a striker where I use Cantona. Also have this Grealish card, would be a great box-to-box centre mid. Kleiber, a lot of people did Kleiber. He as well would fit in all of those roles. There are a lot of good options. There's Dalot as well, onto the bench. He looks good. This guy would be an amazing defensive-minded player. Oh man. He's right-footed. Oh, I might use him at the right wing back actually, even though I love Pulisic. But yeah, let's get into some gameplay, and I'll talk more about how I play when I play this formation. Roll on the gameplay. As we get into the gameplay, I just want to preface how good this formation or setup is, both defensively and offensively. This is not a defensive setup. You have control of the ball for most of the game, and you can create a lot of good chances while in this formation. It's not like you're just sitting back and hoping for a counter. Another good thing about this formation is there's always someone available for a pass, or maybe a cross, and there's always someone winning the ball back, like Roberto Carlos did there, which then led to me scoring a goal. These first few chances I'm gonna show are coming from me winning the ball back with Reece James and starting another attack. This is one of the strengths of this formation, but at the same time it's also really good at holding the ball. So basically what I love about this formation is you can hold the ball, you could easily defend, and you can attack. It suits multiple different play styles, which I like. It's really easy to win back the ball, and it's really easy to overpower your opponent in attack when you either outnumber or have as many players in the attack as he has in defense. And again, here I win the ball back and I can start another attack, and it's been like 23 minutes and I've already had 3 counter-attacking opportunities, and I'm now ahead 2-0. So if you like to play counter-attacking football, you could just change your play to long ball or whatever you want. Here I win the ball back by reading the play with Pulisic, which means I can start a transition. I have 4 or 5 players involved, which I really like, and at least 2 of my players are open at any moment, which then leads to me being able to score or have great opportunities. What? I got extremely lucky here with Tapsoba tackling the ball into the post. But Dybala makes a which then leads to his defender following me, and I can just pass the ball to Eusebio, pass it to Davies, and I score. He's the best striker in the game. There's not much to say. I'm just being honest. And straight from his kickoff, I immediately win the ball back again with Reece James, and I can start another attack. Here you can see the pros of having 2 attacking-minded centre mids. Alphonso Davies drags the ball forward, bringing Eusebio to him. Cantona drags his defender out of play, and Dybala is open 1-on-1 with his keeper. And here I thought I was offside. Turns out this right back plays my Eusebio onside, but I just punted the ball and I just scored this random ass screamer. So that's that. And what I like about this clip is Cantona, really good at holding the ball, uses his strength to play the ball through. I play back to Cantona, but nothing happens, and I can then try to start again. Pulisic makes a great run down on the right hand side, and I can cross, and I almost score from that. I again win the second ball, and I can have a shot, but it's blocked. What I like about those types of situations in this formation is that most of my players get involved, which I really love. Boateng breaking the play up nicely, which leads to me scoring from another counter-attack. What I love about this formation is the pass availability. I know I've mentioned it quite some times already now, but honestly it's different from a lot of other formations. I'm used to being forced to pass back to my centre-backs or being pressed so much that I lose the ball, but this setup just makes everything work. I win the ball back way easier than I used to. I can play effective passes, and I almost always score an early goal. I've always been used to holding a defensive midfielder and tracking attackers' runs, just sitting back and defend slowly, just wait until he misplaces a pass. But in this formation I actually have the freedom to push attackers with my defenders and steal the ball straight from them and win the ball back so much quicker, and I can just take control of the ball again. It's unbelievable. Just try this formation out, honestly, it's incredible. Here as well you can see my right wing back runs down and my cam or centre mid scores from across, the two Wonder Boys. So that's where I'm gonna end today's video. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe and click that bell notification so you never miss an upload. If you dislike the video, just hit the dislike button and tell me why. I really appreciate constructive criticism. And if you have some questions about this tactic specifically, or players you want to use, or just any formation or anything on FIFA, just leave a comment and I'll comment or answer to as many as I can, or to anyone if they do, sad face. But yeah, if you enjoyed, as I said already, please subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.